Rock on, boys and girls, rock on. We're going to talk about my business, Heavy Pedal Pub, Kenosha. The Kenosha tour. All right, I only have 19 minutes. I don't know how I'm going to do this in 19 minutes. I don't know, because I haven't even talked about my marriage yet. Okay, I have 19 minutes left. I just spent 30 seconds talking about the time that's ticking down, just giving me anxiety right now. Let's talk about my business, Heavy Pedal Pub. It is going to be a pedal pub bike. And I want to share with you why I want to do this. I was a driver for Lakeshore Pedal Tours here in Kenosha last summer. Loved this job. I have never felt so good about anything in my life. It changed my life, this job, okay? It changed my life for so much good. And I decided this is what I want to do. I want to do this forever. Like, I just had so much fun meeting so many different people and connecting and being a part of their celebrations. Like, oh, people, like, this is it. And people started asking me if it was my business, and I said no, and they said it should be because you are amazing at this job. And I started thinking about it. But, you know, I didn't really want to step on the owner's toes. There was just like me and another driver and the owner was really nice to me in the beginning. Most people are. I have been in the tourist industry for the past 15 years. I've been an event planner. I knew what I was doing. And so I was really trying to help her build her business. And she just really wasn't going to have it. She really didn't talk to me. She wasn't really around after the first few weeks that the business started. And so I was really on my own, just doing my own thing. And I was pretty much running the business at that time whenever I was working. And I loved it. I absolutely loved every second of it. Every little second. Everything that I did, I loved. And so when I did see her, I would say, hey, I need to talk to you. I really want to touch base with you, because she was changing policies on me, and I would, the customers would tell me about the policy change and I wouldn't even know. And so I really needed to communicate and find out, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? How should I be handling these situations? And she would say, I just don't have time. I'm too busy to talk with you. And that became pretty frustrating for me, but okay. In the meantime, I had people that would come up to me and say, hey, I really want to do this. I want to buy one of these bikes, but I don't want to run it. Would you be interested? And I would be like, heck yeah. And that's kind of how this started. I had somebody come up to me and propose it just like that. And I said, yeah, of course I want to do this. Yeah, sure. So it just kind of started out that way. And it just kind of grew because I wanted to talk to the owner. I wanted to see if she would be willing to partner to kind of help me get into this business. So one day I did talk to her on the phone, and this was before, the business even kind of came to my head. I said, how about if you let me manage the company? Why don't you let me manage the business? And because she was talking about how she had all this other stuff and she couldn't focus on just one thing. It was all these other things. So I said, let me focus on this. I'll do this. I said, let me manage it. She said, you manage you. And that's pretty much when I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to really consider starting my own business. Not in vengeance, not in competition, not in hate. It was more like, well, I really feel confident that I can do this. I want to do this. So I started considering it, and somebody brought it up. And so I was like, I'm going for it. I'm going to do this. I want to do this. This investor came up and started talking to me about it and gave me his phone number. And so I got in touch with him and never heard anything back. And then someone else came up to me with the same proposition. And I thought, okay. And this one was a good one. This one was actually the city planner who approved her route for the bike. And so I was like, okay, this is the guy I want to invest in my business. This is the guy I want to work with. And that fell through. Then I had another investor who was very interested, and she really screwed me over. We had a business lunch. She brought someone else to the table that I didn't know, that I hadn't talked to previously. I had had her on a ride before. Her and I had texted back and forth numerous times. She never once mentioned that she was bringing this person to the table. This person came to the table and just started. He was really rude. He was inconsiderate. And at that point, when I explained my situation, that I needed someone to invest in it, okay? When I say invest, what does that mean to you? When you think of Shark Tank, when someone's investing in your company, they don't want to take it over. They want to give you the money and they want some kind of return on that, okay? But this woman said to me out of the lunch, she's like, I'm not just going to give you my money. I'm not going to invest in your dream. I mean, I want control. I want to do this. I want to do that. And when I would bring my suggestions up of how I envisioned it to be, she would say, no, we're not going to do that. I don't want to do that. So right off the bat, I knew that this was not the person I wanted to work with, because I really, the past 2 investors said, hey, look, I want to throw the money at it. I want to get some return, but I don't have the time to run it. Do you think that you could do that? Yes. But this girl came in, and then all of a sudden her girlfriend wanted to get involved, her best friend wanted to get involved, and it became a big spiraling out of control ridiculousness. And at that point, I knew that whatever I was sharing with people was going to be taken. And so I knew I had to cover my ass. So I looked it up, like, how can I do this? How can I protect my interest in this, my ideas that I've presented? So it was called a one-way disclosure contract, meaning after the situation, you can send this contract to the person saying, hey, what we discussed is mine. I own it. This was my decision. This was my ideas. You can't take it. Well, that pissed her off to no tomorrow. And that just, I just don't want my ideas taken. I don't want my business taken. So I did it to the previous investor, who also kind of lost it with me. It was a contract, and it was nothing bad. It was just basically saying, these are my ideas. I own them, blah, blah, blah. Well, that pissed people off. And that's when you know you don't want to work with people. Okay. That's when you know you just don't want to work with these people. When they're not willing to respect you, you don't want to work with them. I got fired from my job because I started an Instagram account, and one of her friends saw my account, sent it to her. And let me tell you, I was making really good money. I was probably bringing home about $600 a weekend in tips alone. And I loved it. Plus, I really was happy, and I was making good money, and I loved it. I was just really happy doing this job. Like, I never have I been this happy in my life. Well, she found out. She took me off the schedule and didn't tell me why. And so when I asked her, she sent me the link to my Instagram business page, which was just an idea. I was just throwing things out there. I wasn't starting it. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't have a bike. I'm not, whatever. And I said to her, when she sent it to me, I said, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I've been wanting to talk to you about this. I would love to discuss this with you. But instead, when she finally did call me, she fired me. And I said, why are you firing me? I don't understand. Like, I am good at this. And she says, I know you're good at it. That's what bothers me. You're too good at it. She says, you want to run the business. I said, no, I don't want to run the business. I just want to have a little bit more control because I really love it. And I wanted to help you. I did her social media. I did videos for her. I did ads for her. I was doing everything I could to help this woman's business because I believed in it, and I believed in her, and wanted to help her get this business just rocking because I just loved it. I wanted to be a part of that. She just didn't see it that way. And so I said, I just don't get why you want to fire me. She's like, I can't have you as my competition. And I said, well, I didn't want to be your competition. I wanted to see if you wanted a partner. And she goes, well, I don't want to partner with you now. Maybe down the road, once you get started, we'll partner. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, why would I partner with you later? when you and I can do it right now and not have this competition thing going on. She didn't like that idea. And I finally said, I just still don't understand why you're firing me. Like, I'm a single mom, I'm trying to survive on my own. Like, I don't understand why you're doing this to me. And she said, because I don't like working with you. There. Okay? I don't like working with you. I don't want to work with you anymore. So I'm firing you. And I just got silent and I started crying. And I said, okay. Unfortunately, at that point, I didn't have a job. And I was heartbroken because I really loved this job. I really did. And it tore me up. Fortunately, it was coming towards the end of the season, and Milwaukee Paddle Tavern was hiring, and the paddle boat was hiring. So I applied, I got hired, and I loved it and was able to do my job, but I had to drive up to Milwaukee all the time. And, gas prices were crazy, but for me, it was like, this is what I want to do. So it's what I have to do. And got to know the owner of the company had suggested starting a pedal pub down here with him. He was gung-ho. He was all for it. He was like, yes, we're going to do this. We're going to get you a bike. We've done this before for other people. And so I was really excited. He said, but I need this and I need that. And so I did it. I did everything. I found everything. I got everything he wanted me to do. I had him come here to Kenosha to see the city. I gave him a tour. He loved it here. Everything was great. I thought, this is fantastic. I'm getting a bike. Oh, this is a reality. And then the end of the season came and he was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. Then, as I'm thinking, hey, okay, this isn't going to work, my stepdad said, I'll build you one because he's a welder. And I thought, okay, that's cool. I'm like, well, what do you want? He's like, nothing. I'm just going to build it for you for free. It's yours. Just get your business started. It hasn't been built yet. It's not even started yet. And so I'm frustrated. I'm at a dead end. I mean, I just keep coming to this dead end. And it's really hard because I know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what I want to do and what I need to do and how I can become self-sufficient and independent and finally, get the things in life that I want, like a house. I just want a house and I want a dog and I want to be able to get out of an apartment and give my son a backyard and a home, and I can't. I'm just at a dead end road right now with it. And it's so incredibly frustrating because when you know that you know that you know that this is what you're meant to do, and you are stopped at every corner, you can't get through. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. And so I started a fundraiser through Square and not a penny. And I mean, I emailed everyone I know and posted it on all my platforms and said, please donate, share. I need $55,000 to get this bike and start my business. I know it's a lot of money, but it's not that much money to start a business. I mean, it is really one of those low-cost business startups that's just, man, if I had it, I applied for loans. I can't get it because of my credit. I'm married. The bankruptcy that we had to go through several years ago. I mean, it's just like, come on. I'm stuck. And it's breaking my heart. It's been a roller coaster ride because just when I think I'm going to give up, something else comes up. And then just when I get my hopes up high, like this is really going to happen, it falls apart again. And right now, I am at a brick wall. I am literally at this wall. where I have nowhere else to go. I really don't know what to do. I have contacted the Women's Business Association here in Wisconsin and never got back to them. I have contacted the aldermans to try to get my business started. They haven't gotten back to me. I mean, it's not for lack of doing the work that I need to do to get this business going. It's the lack of funds that I need. It's everything. I have done everything I possibly can. And yet, nothing. And in order for me to get started in May, when I want to get this going, because I won't have a job, like the thought of not having this business now depresses me, because it's all I want to do. It's like, I just want this so bad. And when you don't see a way, it's like, what do I do? Like, everything just seems like, ugh, shit. I don't want to do that again. So I'm doing DoorDash, I'm doing Amazon Flex, and I hate it. But I gotta work. My divorce is coming up next week. It's final. And with that, I'm going to end the video and move on to talking about my marriage. If I have the space on my phone, because I'm at 17, it's ticking. Hey, I'm going to put my fundraiser, not a fundraiser, because I am trying to raise funds for fun. I'm going to put that link down below. Okay? If you want to give to my business, I mean, if you have $55,000, that'd be great. If you don't, that's okay too. If you have $10, put it in there. Tell somebody. If you know somebody who's looking to invest, if you know somebody who would be interested in a woman-owned business, it's me, only me. There's no one else. I don't need employees. I don't need anything. I just want to run it. I want to do it. I want to make a living out of this. I just want to do this. So if you know somebody who's been looking for an investment, who might have some extra money, I know that's tough right now, but if you know anybody who would be like, yeah, I'll give $1,000, or I'll give $500, or I'll give $200, or I'll give $100. I don't care. If you know anybody, 10 people that can give, please send them the link. Please, please help me if you can. If you can't, that's okay too, because I'm used to not being able to help people when I want to help them. So I get it. I'm just trying. I'm just really working hard to make this dream a reality for me. So again, I'm going to put the link to my fundraiser down in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe, click like, share the video, like the video, comment below, send me some good vibes, send me some love, because I really, really need it right now. I'm just really having a hard time with this. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm going to have to free up some space on my phone. But the next one is one you don't want to miss.
Can't try 55! Talking about my girl. Mr. Price. Yeah! I met this girl named Melissa, and her accent's so fictitious.